Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
One thing I've stopped doing this year is texting the men I'm dating. Let me explain on that. If if I'm not in a relationship with you, I don't need to be texting you 24/7 because I used to be the person that had to be texting the person they liked. I felt like we had to talk all day. The only issue with that is that when you're not in a relationship, you're just getting attached to a false sense of reality that doesn't really exist. It's not really there. So recently, I've been going on dates. I don't text the men I date. This is the thing. I'm not texting them unless we're making plans or we're checking up on each other. That's fine. But I don't need to be texting you throughout every single 24 hours of the day. We don't need to be talking that often unless we are making plans or we're communicating about something. We don't need to be talking. Because one, I'm not your mother. I don't need to know what you're doing at all times of the day. And two, I just don't need to be getting attached to someone that I'm not dating. Because when you text 24/7 like that, you're getting used to that pattern. And then when you stop talking, you're a lot more hurt.
Unless everything goes great and then you don't get hurt. You're only talking to guys when you make plan for the dates, and when you're on dates, congratulations, you're on a situationship. Or in more situationships, but not a relationship.
If you give an ugly man a chance, 9 times out of 10, that mother gonna delude himself into thinking that he's better than you. So my friend and I were talking. She knows this girl, gorgeous, bad little bitch. Cute face, great personality.
Yeah, no, I really doubt that. Whenever someone calls herself a bad little bee or someone else calls her that, she has no personality. All she has is her looks. And 9 times out of 10, she doesn't even have that. And that's why the one you called the ugly man dumped her. Because she had nothing else to offer except her looks. And no, shocker, I know, but that's not enough.
Let this be a lesson. If you want to give an ugly man a chance, fine. You remind him daily who the he is if he ever falls out of line. Look at yourself in the mirror. Sit down and respect me.
I cannot imagine a single second in this life or the next where that would be something I would do. Someone else? Absolutely. You? Not in a million years.
I always thought I knew what it meant to be a girl's girl, but recently I was at a party and I had food stuck in my teeth and I was low-key trying to get it out. This girl came over to me and she was like, let me show you this cool trick. She pulled out a couple strands of her hair, told me to open my mouth, flossed my teeth with her hair, and just disappeared. I think about that a lot.
Too bad she didn't drop her shoe. They could have wrote stories about the two of you for eternity. That's what being a girl's means. That's great, be one then. Me? If having someone else's head in my mouth meant to be a man's man, I could never be one. You know she could have showed you that cool trick with your own hair, right?
Something that we don't speak enough about is how acting psycho will literally bag you a man. Every time you want a relationship, act psycho. It's that simple. Let me tell you about the time that it worked for me. So I was seeing this guy. He was going to end up being my future boyfriend. And he was known for driving a lot of nice cars. I'm talking supercars. And my mum had warned me, do not get in a boy's car unless you know him or trust him. Did I know this man? Yes. Did I trust this man?
Well, obviously not. We'll skip ahead the next 3 minutes, I'll tell you what happened. She was at the party, the guy was there, they weren't together at the time. He said, I'm tired, I wanna go home. Do you need a ride? She said yes, because she didn't trusted him, obviously. And she ended up jumping from a moving vehicle at 5 miles per hour because she was scared her mom will see her in that guy's car.
The guy that I was into, slammed on the brakes, stared at me and he went, you are not right in there. I was like, what did I tell you? What did I tell you I was going to do? He was like, why would you do that? I was like, I told you if you drive this car, that would happen. He was like, what is wrong with you? And I've slammed his door in anger and I've had to stand on business, right? So I've got to act really irritated. And in reality, I just wanted more time with him. I've sat outside and he turned back to my friend and looked at her and he went, she needs to be medicated. And the mum mate came out of his car, came up to me, put her hand on my shoulder and she went, what's wrong with you? Anyway, when I got back home, he blocked me.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine why. He did later on unblocked her for a minute, hit it and blocked her again. If there's anything at all this story proves, is that acting psycho will get you played with, but it will not get you into a relationship.
The faster that you decide to see yourself now as the version of yourself who already is living that reality that you want to live, and you start being that version of you now, the faster that you close the gap between your old self and the person you are becoming, this new you that you are identifying as now, and you just simply become it. then from there, you are now vibrating at an aligned frequency to that reality that you desire to manifest.
Yeah, I don't speak this language.
I just manifested my dream car.
And the car is still at the dealership. Funny thing about this manifestation, if you're not paying for the car, they're not gonna give it to you. Maybe you ladies watching can also be girls and buy whatever she's selling so she can buy that car.
I'm 31 and I want the marriage, I want the kid, like I want the whole thing. And this is new news. This is just up until last month that I decided that. So for everyone, yes, now I am ready for that. No cheating, no being shady, I can talk about. And if you can't deal with that, f you. Anyway.
Well, I hope you get what you want because it doesn't affect me one bit. See, I can be nice. I'm not always. Yeah. Funny thing about the internet being forever is that people remember you. They'll always remember you for being the girl who asked men on the first date to show you their bank account statements because you didn't want to date a man who was beneath you, whatever that means. They'll also remember you for bragging about cheating, making statements that everyone deserves to cheat on their significant others at least once, and you bragging you've done it more than once, claiming that whenever you decide to stop, you're gonna be a reformed cheater or something like that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just not gonna take your word for it.
Okay, so he was the one who was fighting so hard to go with me on a date, and I was the one who said, yeah, I'm bored anyway, I'm gonna go. The date was nice, he was really awesome, he was a gentleman, it seemed everything pretty perfect, so me, little Delulu, was like, oh my god, this was way better than I expected, maybe he is the one. So we started to ride, we were talking about the second date, he was busy, I was busy, but in the end, guess who is still waiting for a second date and his reply since 8 hours? Me.
Oh no, I would have never guessed that. The date was great. No, it was great for you, not for him. You show up with that bored energy. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to be here, really, but I was hungry. Yeah, funny thing about men, none of you experts on men seem to realize that is that we pick up on that. It was a great date. Yeah, because of him. Because regardless how much you didn't want to go on that date, he was still putting in the effort. He still showed you who he is. And now that the date is over, he doesn't need to show you that anymore. He's gonna show it to someone else. He was fighting so hard to take you on a date. Well, yeah, for some crazy reason he liked you. Unfortunately, you saw that as a sign to take him for granted.
If I'm as a grown up, how am I supposed to know?
Princess, that's English. That's your own language. How, it was like listening to an autistic dog. And I wasn't even the one stopping the video. She did. Maybe she realized she'd barked enough.
The men are onto the thing that girls do where they're like, oh, universe, send me a sign that he's the one. Know it. I overheard a guy in a bar the other day talking about how he was glad that his truck license plate says 222 because then girls will see it and like think that he's the one for them. Like, oh my god.
I know, right? I'm gonna start telling people I'm a Pisces or something different because Aries, it's not working out for me. But take a look at this.
No one can tell me this is a coincidence. Look at this. I just got to my gym, parked my vehicle, look ahead, look at the license plate number. For a brief moment, I think, oh, is this a coincidence? Look at the car right next to it. There's the truck. Now here's this Jeep. Look closely. Is it going to focus? 222. I almost didn't see it because of the cover on the license plate. Now, most times when I see angel numbers when I'm out and about, I just say, thank you, Spirit, for showing me that you're with me.
What do you even mean coincidence? It can never be a coincidence. It's the universe. Well, yeah, we'll say the universe. How do you feel about me being a Pisces though? Because I can change that in a second if the universe requires it.
Do you have the key?
Why would I have the key?
Do you not live here?
No.
What? What the f are you doing here?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Are you joking?
No, I'm being serious. Get off this random person's porch.
And this is gonna be the end of the video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.